Hey, so what do you know? I'm making another video. Um, um, the last video, the one about MDMA and raving, like, uh, kind of watched it again. I kind of drone on, I noticed, with these videos, and that's not the purpose of it. Um, but I don't have any script in front of me. I'm kind of making these videos just off the hand. I don't, maybe one day when I feel like writing stuff down. I'm ADD, so it's hard for me to just write stuff down. But yeah, like I said, I want to do videos on meditation, stuff like that as well. Um, and but this video isn't about that yet because I feel like I'm making progress like myself. I want to clarify also what I'm doing these videos for. I'm doing them for myself and also maybe I could help other people. You know, obviously I'm posting on Facebook, so I want people to watch them. So it is also like therapeutic for me to get this stuff out, but also, you know, I just think it's cool to blog about this kind of stuff in a way that I can maybe like relate to other people. Um, okay, so what I kind of want to make this video about, I kept thinking to myself, I want to do, you know, uh, binocular beats that I've been listening to a lot lately that put me in kind of a trance-like state for, um, meditative purposes, lighting candles, making this place look fucking sweet as hell. Getting into the zone and clearing your mind is always good. I do that every day, but I would, or not every day, ugh, but whenever I think about it and I can, I do. But I kind of want to make this video, not braggingly, but I have been um, sober from all substances for this will be my 18th day. And I don't want, I really don't want to make all these videos about drugs because I feel like that's kind of shitty. But I just kind of want to explain what I've been trying to do, things like that. Um, and I guess this is for people suffering with the same thing. Ever since I was 16, I started smoking weed every day. And um, if it wasn't that, it was something else. Got into harder stuff when I was like 21, well, 19, and then at 21 it got real hard, and things like that. So I've struggled with addiction for years, probably since I was 16. Even though people like to say weed isn't addicting, yeah, it can be. And I just like to explain my line of thought is with the whole, I might not even be able to smoke marijuana again, marijuana, cannabis, whatever you call it, because of the fact that I'm realizing this in my recovery place that I've been going to is that it could, I'm realizing this more and more being sober for a while. This is the longest I've been sober since I was 16, and it feels great. And like I don't want to ruin it, And um, God, what am I trying to say? Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, well, let me say this first, is that I've been putting myself purposely in situations where there's gonna be temptation. And I feel like after my years of going through this back in November, I got off Suboxone, I thought I was home free. I tried, suffered so much, relapsed a couple times, did some pills, you know, I don't want to get into all the details and things, but because I don't think that's really important, and I'm not going to glorify it because I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed of what I did. I ended up wrecking my car in December. I was going through some shit, and that's how I chose to cope. And I was before that I was smoking spice all the time. Like it was ridiculous, man, absolutely ridiculous. But I can't shame myself because I'm at a point now where I feel a lot more in control. I'm not trying to get that euphoric like thing where like, oh, you feel so good, oh, I'm gonna use. No, this isn't even the way I'm looking at it before, or that's the way I looked at it before. But this isn't the way I want to look at it now. And I've gained some clarity every time you stop using. You do gain a little bit of clarity, and I think I finally reached that point where I'm ready to put the things that hurt me behind me, and that includes some people. Um, you know, I I don't I don't have a problem with being around people that use. Like I went to a rave last weekend, the first sober rave in a while. You know, I would go to rave sober, but I went to this rave sober on Friday, and I had a really good time. You know, met cool people, and people were like, I felt like they were almost like somewhat attracted, attracted. Didn't find me attractive, but I mean, they're attracted to me, you know, and maybe that's because I put myself out there more. You know, I've been talking more, not so inside my own head, and like I just love that feeling, and I want this clarity that I have for the rest of my life. And I'm starting to realize that I've never had this epiphany ever. Like I've had like small little ones where I'm like, yeah, I'm sober, but sober from that kind of stuff, but I'm still gonna do this. Well, it doesn't work. I'm starting to see the cycle. The cycle goes, oh, you're doing, you know, smoke weed once in a while, smoking all the time. Then for someone like me, you know, it goes into bad shit, and then you kind of whatever take a little break and then come right back. I don't want that to be me because I've seen it happen with so many of my friends and people. I just don't want that to be me, and I know I'm susceptible to addiction, and I'm not in denial of that at all. And I'm not ashamed to put this out on the internet, to be honest with you, because I'm going into a field where I would love to, you know, once I get my shit completely straight for a long time, you know, I do want to be in the social work field. I do want to help people. I first have to help myself. You know, so it's a hard truth, but you know, I thought I could help people, and I've let people in my life in the past that um, you know, just like um, my blinders were on. You know, I was on Suboxone, even when I was on Suboxone recovering, whatever you say. No, I wasn't. I was to a point. If I would have stopped after 2 weeks of the detox from that, yeah, I would have. But no, even the lifestyle of being on Suboxone, being comfortable. No, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out there. Like, I'm not following everything I'm supposed to do, like working out, things like that. I have been a couple times, but I need it on a more consistent basis. But all good things take time. I know that. And most people know that. And you do. You need some time. So, you know, like being addicted to opiates for 4 or 5 years, whatever you, I can't remember how long exactly, but it's like you need to work out, you know, and release your own, um, God, what are they called? Um, Natural endorphins. And when you use the, especially opiates, yes, they will make you sick. And when you stop using them, because um, you don't feel up to par, your endorphins are all messed up, your the chemicals in your brain, your dopamine, your and natural endorphins, all that, your resistance to pain is horrible. So let me tell you, since November, when I decided to get off, and even with a couple relapses, it has gotten better and better. Like, I can't even explain. I haven't felt this way in years, and it's amazing. I mean, even though it's been 17 days since all substances have been cut out, I have been reducing them, and it's been, you know, but it's like the cycle had, you know, it's big, and then you know, it got slower and slower and slower, you know, minuscule, minuscule, and then it went boom with something I don't want to really explain and talk about because it's shameful, really. It's serious. It is really serious, and um, yeah, it is shameful. Um, but I'm moving on. You know, like I said, I went to this rave this weekend. Didn't have any temptation to use. Um, and I never thought I could do this. Usually, I just go to rave like people have this, you know, if it's offered to me, things go off in my brain, ding, 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 ding. Well, no, it's stop and think, and that's what I've been doing lately. I've purposely put myself in these situations because if I cannot come over, um, you know, I don't know what the future holds, but I can say that my friends around me, they occasionally use, they don't have the same addictive problems that I have had, but they do have. issues sometimes. And um, not as far as me, but there are people that can be worse off than me. I know that, but I can tell at this point, um, it's just amazing, and I'm getting this feeling like this is what I want for the rest of my life. I'm getting my life on track. Like I'm doing community service. I'm following through with school. I'm starting a job. Like I couldn't ask for anything more. I have a couple good friends, and I'm trying to attract new friends, that are into the same mindset that I am, even if they use once in a while. That it's starting not to bother me. I went to a rave this past weekend, like I said, didn't use any chemicals, fucking danced my ass off for fucking 5 sexy hours, and I loved it. Like, it was great. I love being around that energy, and I love the sense of community, like I've explained in the rave thing. Video, I really do love that sense of community, and um, that doesn't mean I'm gonna go to an after party and sit around with and watch a bunch of people blowing K and doing a bunch of Molly. And it also means I can't be around people that are using um, hard drugs. Obviously, I can't do that anymore. I've done it to myself for a couple years, 3, 4 years, whatever. Who cares about the time? But it's just I'm starting a whole new life, and I love it. Like I can actually say, ah, I'm proud of my motherfucking self, and I'm not trying to throw that out there like you're you're just fucking just like trying to get attention or whatever. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help other people, and a way like helping myself by bringing this shit to light, and also helping other people by watching this and maybe seeing what they can do. Maybe these other videos can help you find calm in your life if you are addicted, and also just general information, um, just about addiction. It sucks. It sucks when you need something every day. You need to change your mental state every day because it's a control issue with me sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I need to be in control, and for the longest time, for past few months, I've just felt real shameful about the shit that I did. I've never, not never, I have stolen, but usually I do not steal from friends. And there was a couple instances where I did, and I feel horrible about it because even in my darkest days, a few years ago, when I was using horrible shit quite a lot, I never did that. I would be sick. I would never do that. Well, it reached a point where it broke. It's my I just felt like out of control with myself, basically. Like I need to do this. I need to do this. Doesn't matter whether it's psychedelics of any kind, dissociatives, cough medicine. Doesn't matter. Any of that shit, even weed, like if you have an addiction problem, you need sober time. You need people that have your back, and you need other addicts also to talk to. And for me, not just to talk to, but to to maybe even hang around. I mean, I went with people to that party this last weekend that were fucked up, and um, it doesn't bother me. I love that. I love being around good people, good spirited people, and that's what I'm trying to say is that I have found some peace and with myself, and I'm starting to gain control, and I'm not looking back at all. I'm still gonna do the same things that I did before. Maybe after a while that'll change. Maybe I'll find some new hobbies or whatever. But I love going to dancing. I love um, going out. Not specifically, I really don't like going to a bar. I'll tell you that much. I don't even drink anymore. I don't plan to drink again. I've never really had a problem with alcohol, um, besides a couple binge things. But um, that it's still not something I want to do. I still want to keep these days, day 18. I still want to keep that good, and um, I'm just intrigued that I'm doing this well, I never knew that myself. What, time's a ticking. Yeah, I can see it's starting in 15 minutes. Time's a ticking. But still, I can see, like, I can see, I don't know. It feels like I can see a lot of shit that I didn't see before. And the way I treated other people in the past when I was going through addiction, this has been a slowly evolving process since I've gotten off Suboxone and got over the sickness. It took me about a month and a half to 2 months to finally get over and get my natural endorphins in line. Um, with taking like kratom once in a while, a substance, a natural substance that actually doesn't connect to your opioid receptors, but it bounces off of them without causing the addictive properties. So you can read about kratom online if you've never heard of it. It's good for coming off of like substances, and hopefully I'm keeping this video interesting. I don't know, but yeah, I can just say that there is hope. There really is hope. You have to have a good support network, and which is what I have. You got to change things in your life. And for me, being in the social work program, I want a job in the next couple years after I graduate. And let me tell you, um, I'm doing great. I'm starting to help out at this Grapevine Center, which is a mental health uh, facility down here, and it's brought me a lot of different epiphanies. Really, is that I really do want a professional life, and I can get it. I can get it so well. Like I can get it so good. All it takes is a little bit of determination, and I can do it. Like once you find something you love, like that, not a person, but a thing, you you're gonna do it. Like if once you've reached rock bottom, which I can tell you I have, um, for sure. Like this is the most rock bottom. This 2013, if January, February, horrible rock bottom. Well, no, this is a new life, and I wouldn't trade it for the fucking world because I just want to spread. I feel like I would like to spread my lightness into the darkness. Um, for some people, and maybe like I've been brought up before in these meetings, like, well, they say if you go to the barbershop too many times you're going to get cut. Well, you know what, um, I don't see that because my plan, even though these temptations, being around temptation, I haven't had the temptation. And this is what's so amazing to me is that I almost have had a whole different perspective on life. And I'm looking at the consequences every time I want to use. No, I don't. I think about it. I stop. It's like a bubbling in the brain, like, "Ah, I gotta do this, gotta do this. Like, change the way I feel. No, you work out the problem. And that's been my problem for years, is that I haven't worked out the problem. It just kept building and building. I've been projecting it on other people, and it's me. It's me. I'm accountable for my fucking self. And that's what it comes down to. And I am proud of my fucking self for doing the things that I need to do that I should be doing anyway, but getting over that trap of addiction and substance abuse to maybe find, not maybe, but for sure, find a beautiful life that I fucking deserve. And anyone that has been an addict or is an addict does deserve a beautiful life. You can change your mind. You can. You can change. People change, and then that's just guess that's what I'm trying to get at. People can fucking change, and it does get easier. You just have to put your mind to it, and whenever things get rough, um, they you can come back around. And there's always, like it says on my board over there, there's always another tomorrow is basically what it says. Chin up, there's always another sun up is the quote that my roommate, who will be departing soon actually, wrote on my board. And he's been a positive influence. I'm so glad that he came here because I was just a mess, man. Like, just so sad, staring at the wall, didn't want to do anything, crashed my car, just so depressed and so out of it. So To bring yourself out of that depression, you just got to do things that are actually good for you. Eat well, do good things, and don't get in this trap of I shouldn't be giving all this advice, but I'm saying at this point because I know I'm relatively at the beginning of my recovery, but this has been recovery since November and of 2013, and horrible shit happen, and sometimes I'm gonna say this, sometimes it takes a tragedy for you or hard times, even hard times, not complete tragedy, for you to wake the fuck up and stop doing the things that hurt you and the other people around you. And that's about all I gotta say for this video. Next one, I would actually like to talk about some meditation and some deep stuff and kind of get off the drug videos. But I felt like this is so important to me because I'm feeling so good about it that I want to share it. I don't know. If there's anything that people would like to add to it, I know this is 21 minutes long. Hopefully, this one is more geared towards, I don't know, not geared, but more easily to listen to sit back and listen to for 20 minutes. I don't know. Leave comments, do whatever. Um, I just hope people can find this, and I know it's helping me doing these YouTube videos, and I'm hoping that it would help other people. So with that, peace out. Look for my videos. Hopefully, I'm not gonna have a set date, but whenever I have free time and I feel like it, I'm gonna do it. And yeah, do it, do it, do it. So peace out, Girl Scouts, and I will see you in my next video, which you know, who knows what it's gonna be. We'll see what happens. And yeah, just um, that's it. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it off. It's gonna get way too fucking long. My thoughts will start going. Peace, kids. Bye bye.